Hello everybody, I am Fuzzy Face. It is Cup Day today. We're back with this Bradford City career on Football Manager 2017. It is QPR. We are at home in the EFL Cup second round. Hopefully we can get something here. I'm not holding out much hope. Let's just have a look. QPR last time out. Idrissa Silla, quite pacey, strong in the air. Kazenga Luar, pacey. Crossing's not the best though. Who's that? Pavel Vozlek, pacey, decent crossing. Carl Henry, he's not the quickest. Passing, decent. Possibly the weak link, Carl Henry, in this midfield. You've got Sean Goss, former Man United player, signed him for $500,000. He's pretty decent as well. Decent passing. Decision's not the best. Positioning not the best either. What Carl Henry's positioning like? It's pretty decent though. James Perch, decent stamina, pace, marking. His passing not the best. Tackling though, his positioning not the best as well for a championship sort of holding midfielder. Stephen Conker, good heading, tackling. He's going to be enough to keep out Charlie White this game, isn't he? Joel Lynch as well, decent. Jake Bidwell. Yeah, I think we're going to have an Alex Smithies, obviously the former Huddersfield keeper, one of our one of our rival teams. 2 clean sheets. Queen's Park Rangers, I'm guessing they've had 5th at the moment. Have they had a pretty decent season so far? Let's just try to get to them again. Draw against Leeds, beat Crawley in the Cup 4-0, 1-0, 1-0, 2-1. Yeah, so I'm guessing we're going to be hard pressed to get a result from this game. Got that. Liam Kelly must be cup tied, Liam Kelly. And we know that. So hopefully QPR are going to try rest a few players here. That is possibly our one saving grace here. But we can't have Colin Doyle on the team, so we do have a space for Geordie, who will on the bench. He might get some game time this time. We're going to get... Should we put Charlie White back in the team? 12 pace. Who's the quickest? Jones. Charlie White is actually quicker than Alex Jones, so we'll go with Charlie White up here. Yeah, we're going to keep Romain Vansel in midfield. We're going to keep Kilgallen because their striker is strong in the air. I'm hoping that's what they're going to go with. I don't think... Well, hopefully not. Hopefully they've got a... they're going to play their reserve striker. Alex Gilead is pretty quick on the left. Is he actually quicker than Chris Willock? He is, but Willock's crossing 8, dribbling 13, 11. What's Alex Gilead like? Gilead's a little bit better at crossing, but we do have Willock set to an inside forward role at the moment now. So who can we take out here? It would be Alex Jones that's coming out of the team, wouldn't we? We don't really want to do that. Yeah, Danny Devine could come out because we've got Timothy Dieng filling the midfield and Nicky Law as well. So Danny Devine, who we are looking for. Let's add him to the development list because we had Liam Kelly in the side now. Liam Kelly can also play in the centre of midfield. We do have a lot of cover there, so that's pretty much... We're going to go with a pretty strong team here. James Meredith is fit. Everyone just about fit enough. Jacob Hansen getting his match fitness up there now. Both our first choice right backs in front of Jacob Hansen. Although it's going to be Tony McMahon's first choice, and if McMahon's not playing, then it possibly will be Jacob Hansen. So we might look to offload Stephen Darby. He's a decent player, but I do really want to bring along Jacob Hansen. He's 18 years old at the moment, but he does have a lot of potential, possibly to be a championship level player. So I do want to get him some game time. So Stephen Darby might just be on the way out here. Yeah, we'll think about that after this game. But this is a team we're going with instruction wise. We're going to keep it the same, stick to positions, be more disciplined just so we don't lose our shape. We're going to exploit the left flank. We want more stuff to go through Chris Willock as the inside forward. Yeah, we're going to still play wide-ish. We're going to play on the counter. Maybe we should go... No, we won't go too defensive at home. We'll keep players behind the ball. Just need to see what sort of team they put together here. So we'll submit this team. Wait for the teams to warm up. So we've got Jamie Foster at bbc.co.uk Sport. QPR have enough about themselves to see off Bradford City today in tournament line. Colin Doyle and Rory McArdle. So that's our 3 choice out of 5 defensive players. 3 of them are currently out. QPR only 5-4 though, so that's not too bad. Loire, their key man, and Knight Percival has been named a key man this time after getting 2 Player of the Match awards in a row. So let's continue. They've gone with they've brought J. Emmanuel Thomas in. He's not actually quicker than who was there. Pavel was late before, wasn't it? And his crossing's not the best either. So both of their wide players are not the best at crossing. They're in line with Marshall there, so they are playing as wingers. They're not playing as an advanced forward, or they might be supporting inside forwards. It looks like Goss is playing as an advanced playmaker. Doty as well, unless they're just normal central midfielders. And they've got attacking fullbacks as well. So let's have a look. We've got the always closing down. Can we get Loire? Got 2 strong feet. Emmanuel Thomas is reasonable on his right foot, so maybe we should show Emmanuel Thomas onto his weaker foot. Let's have a look at Bidwell. He's weak on his right foot, so since he's getting forward a lot more, we'll show him onto his weaker foot. And Furlong as well, he's weak on his left foot as well, so we'll show him onto his weaker foot. And we won't tight mark anyone because we don't want him getting away from us, so we'll go, and we're not expected to win this one, so let's just keep everyone calm. Although there isn't, I don't expect you to win one here, isn't there? Assertive. Fight. No, I don't want that. Let's give the... Well, that's the closest one to keeping them calm, isn't it? Just give them something. We'll just go with that last black to take the individual team talk. So let's get ready and start this match here. So hopefully we can be competitive. It's a good test for us with this passing tactic to see if it works against higher level teams. See if we can get some sort of possession going against a championship team. So Vansalo gets it back to Kilgallen at the moment. Hopefully Kilgallen doesn't get shown up here because they do have a lot of quick players. But he's experienced enough to be in the right position, I think. I think his position is pretty decent. It's Kilgallen. Hopefully it is. Vansalo knocks it out wide to Marshall. Marshall back to the centre, Cullen. So standing off a little bit, and Clark gets through. And saved by Ingram. An early chance there. Worked that quite well within the first 30 seconds to get through the QPR defence. So that bodes well for what we're doing at the moment. So let's just have a quick look at Kilgallen. His positioning is 12, so that's pretty decent. And Knight Percival is 13, so we're not too bad. Our defenders positioning themselves right, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem that Kilgallen is slow here, because they should be able to cover each other. And there we go, Knight Percival making a great interception, coming right up off the line. Meredith back inside to Cullen. Cullen sweeps him to the right side to Vansalo. Vansalo possibly going all the way out wide, is he? No. I thought he'd look to Marshall then, but Cullen, this time to Clark, goes out wide left to Meredith. Meredith back to the centre to Clark. Clark turns, gets it to Willock. Willock goes through his legs, comes to Cullen. Cullen going to shoot, and just wide from Josh Cullen. Cullen, who scored a brilliant goal last time out against MK Dons, a sweet left-footed volley from the edge of the area. He seems to be shooting a lot more from the outside, so the deep line playmaker support, he seems to get a lot of space and a lot of shots. But now we come with Clark. Willock to Cullen. Cullen sweeps it in the inside to Clark. Back to Vansalo. Vansalo should be looking for Marshall. No, he switches it back to Cullen. And then Willock. Clark again switches it back, and Willock takes a shot, and off the bar from Willock. Marshall offside. Our midfield combination of Cullen and Vansalo, they have a really good partnership. They do pass a lot back and forth, and they create a lot of space. They're having a really good relationship at the moment in that centre of midfield. But here we go, QPR look like they're coming forward for the first time. We're winning the possession battle after almost 10 minutes, 69.8% at the moment now. It's just dropped us. That's a nice tackle from Knight Percival, but it gives them an opportunity to get a shot away. Who was that? Was that Loire? He did get the shot away, but Sattelmeyer made a great save into the box, and Hansen gets away. It comes to Furlong, and Furlong blasts it. Sattelmeyer threw himself at that, but he had no need to, as that was high and wide. And we are winning the possession battle here, which is good to see, but I don't think we're going to hold QPR at bay because they have a lot of really good finishes. And there, Lua and Sattermeyer pulls that in. Good save there from Sattermeyer. He kicks it long, up to Charlie White. White loses the battle, but Vansler gets it in midfield. Clark now. Willock trying to make a run, but Clark delays the pass. Willock now, can he find Meredith out wide, who's free? They get 2 players to him, which leaves Willock a little bit of space. Back to Cullen. Cullen inside to Clark, who flicks it to Meredith. Can he get across away? Wyke on the end of it, and oh, just past the corner of the goalpost there. A great cross from Meredith, and that's the first time that we've seen Wyke sort of get his strength. And Kilgallen gets it, and Kilgallen gets it in the goal. The keeper came, it looked like, and totally missed that. The keeper totally looked like he missed that then. It's Marshall with the cross. The keeper comes, but Kilgallen beats 2 defenders, loops that up in the air, and it just bounces its way into the net. As Smithies, is Smithies actually starting? No, it isn't. It's actually Matt Ingram starting at the moment. So that's pretty good for us, isn't it? Alex Smithies in goal. It's a mistake from their keeper, pretty much. If he'd have stayed on his line, that would have been an easy one to just gather in. But 1-0 now. We're playing counter. Don't think there's much need to change anything a little bit more defensively because we'll just be sitting back. But saying that, here comes Emmanuel Thomas. Slips it, and Lua, and they immediately equalise. Immediate equaliser there for QPR. Emmanuel Thomas free running across. Is that Meredith? Knight Percival. Just fought in a tiny little group in the centre there. No width from these guys at all. Hansen drifted too far inside. Yeah, we're still winning the possession battle here. Doing a lot better than I expected since QPR are in such good form, and they haven't really put out a second team here. And Cullen, what's that? Carl Henry foul in the box. It looks like he brought down Vansler in the box. He takes a yellow card, and it's going to be Charlie White taking the penalty. Charlie White going to step up here. Is he going to get us 2-1 up? Come on, Charlie. Taking his time. Referee blows his whistle. White steps up. Why can't it save by Ingram? Ingram making up for his earlier mistake. Saves a penalty from Charlie White. And that might be just our best chance of winning this match out of the window. But saying that, we're competing really, really well with QPR. We're having a really good match here. And they get a free kick halfway into our half. And they're linking passes together really well here, finding some space behind the defence. Bidwell gets it, and Silla pretty easily there gets in front of Knight Percival. That will probably be. We got 2-1 down. Meanwhile, a lot of space for Bidwell there. Hansen, no, that's Marshall this time. Hansen's dropped in a lot. He came in a little bit too far then. I don't know why they're grouping together in the centre of the box. I would have liked Hansen to be a little bit further out wide there because they're only playing with 1 striker. They don't have that many people in the box that we need all 4 defenders in the box. It gave Bidwell a lot of room. I don't know if we're setting Bidwell to tight mark, whether Jacob Hansen would stick on him a bit more. I'm not sure. Opposition. I don't know, maybe it just draw players to him. And what's happening here? Foul, Doherty, and that's just outside the box. I thought that was going to be another penalty then. Is he just going to get talking to? It was that a yellow card for Doherty. Cullen with the free kick, and he hits the wall. Cullen whips it in. Willock gets it down. Can he get it away? No, he just stands there and a QPR player toe pokes it even, and then whacks it out of play. Here we go. Hansen this time gets it back inside to Vansler, who knocks it forward to Cullen. Cullen to Clark. Clark finds White, and White takes a shot, and Ingram, getting down low, just manages to push it wide there. We get a corner. It'll be Cullen on the corner. Cullen whips it over the top. Vansler underneath it, but 5 QPR players go for the same ball there. This time Marshall on his weaker left foot. Can he get the ball, and is he going to turn and cross? No, he whips it in low. That's no trouble at all for Ingram to pull in. So we should yeah. Let's leave this. Sean Goss whips it in from deep. It comes out, but a good clearance there from Meredith. Comes to Corker, who knocks it back to Furlong. Bidwell knocks it forward. Hall beaten to the ball. Comes out to Carl Henry. This time Sean Goss. A nice little move from Sean Goss. Almost Ronaldinho, like he looks the other way and flicks it behind him. This time into Silla. Silla finds a space out wide again. And Goss with space. He shoots and no chance for Satomayor with that one. I don't know why they're leaving him so much space. We are set to close down. We do have everyone set and closed down totally as well. We're just leaving him so much space outside the box. Yeah. We'll use tighter marking. We'll see what that does for the rest of the game. We're playing decently. I can't be too disheartened with this result, even if we lose 4-1. Even if we keep this at 3-1. Had a really Marshall this time hits a wall again this time, just like Cullen has been doing. Marshall meanwhile, and it looks like QPR can break here. Luar hits it way upfield. I was saying we can't be too disheartened by this result. We've played really well. We've not been embarrassed, even though that we're 3-1 down. Hansen, I thought he was going to hit it there. Not been embarrassed. We've had the lion's share of possession. We've had more shots. We've played really, really well. It's just, once again, they've been finding some space which they shouldn't be afforded with the tactic we've got set up, and Cullen from outside the box hits it wide. Yeah, we shouldn't be allowing them that space, but then again, it isn't really the best quality of players to be. And what was that? It was a little back heel then from Clark. He sort of did a 360 turn and back heeled it. And up long for QPR, playing a long ball tactic. QPR. I thought they'd go for something a little bit more possession based. They thought they'd try to play football with us. And here we go. We say that, and Luar runs 20 yards, knocks it off to Doty, and Bakoto. He gets a lot of room as well, and Luar. It's just a lot of space in the defensive line here. Not a lot of space in the defensive line, but they find a way through it pretty easily. So let's get Jordi Huwula on. Should we try something a little bit different with Huwula? We can go to tactics. What's his best? I'm sure he's better as a poacher. He's not really defensive forward. Why would he be better as a defensive forward when he's a really quick attacker? No, we'll leave him as an advanced forward. A striker's not really been doing too good, so it might be a good chance for Huwula. He's going to be on the bench for the next game as well, but I think it's Oldham. He's going to be on the bench for that game. But hopefully he can make an impact and he might get a few starts from that. He's going to be starting in the Checker Trade Cup after that. Let's change a few things here. Who's looking tired? Romain Vancelo's looking really tired, so Dean will be coming on. We don't want Nicky Law on. He's not the best defensively minded player. I don't think we have any way back into this game at the moment. Should we go attacking just for the last part? And let's give Gilead a run out as well. Returning from injury. So we do have a bench now. At least we have a bench that I can be comfortable in bringing a few players on. Those first couple of games where we had no bench at all. At least we've got that covered now. It's something that we've got out of the way. 64% possession, 589 passes to their 388. Cullen with a free kick now, gets it over the wall but can't get it down on the other side, floats over the bar. No trouble for Ingram there. 81 minutes gone this game. Into the final moments here. Cullen's looking exhausted. We should prefer an attacking set pieces, which we do sometimes. Well, I don't think we have done for this game though, have we? We do get a lot of set pieces, so maybe that's something to think about in future. We are concentrating on match tactics at the moment. It's a low cross, was that? It was Marshall. Smithies has come on. When did he come on for Ingram? Oh, he got injured. Injured at Ingram, 60th minute, potential neck injury. Didn't even notice that. Hansen gets it now inside to Clark. Can we get another consolation goal here? A long ball there over the top to Gilead. What can Gilead do? It's a little bit of crossing and I say he's a little bit crossing than Willett, but he puts that straight into hand of Smithies. Smithies now out to the edge of the area. He's going to kick it long up to Loire, who should be beaten to it by Kilgallen, and Clark brings it down perfectly to Cullen, who knocks it over the top to Gilead. Gilead now whips it in and can't find Hiwula, but Clark gets a header in, but it's cleared away by a QPR defender. So I wonder whether, yeah, QPR have gone a bit more defensively because their fullbacks now are behind the line of their two central defenders. So they're just trying to calm things down now. They've got the win. They know they've got the win. But we haven't been embarrassed here, which is the most important thing of all. We've seen that this tactic sort of works, in that we've been competitive with a higher level team, who even in the EFL Cup, they didn't play a reserve team. Hiwula gets away. Hiwula gets a good shot off there. And that's a good save from Smithy. So Gilead and Hiwula really impressing here. Maybe we can try them out in the Checkatrade Cup when we play. Who do we play? I can't remember who we're playing in the Checkatrade Cup now in the first game. But Smithies hits it long. We're almost at the end of the game. Loire gets a flick on, but DN snuffs that little bit of danger out. Back to Knight Percival. Knight Percival to Meredith. Hit it long. Meredith goes long. Even though we're set to retain possession, we're hitting it long. I'm guessing that's because we've got this attacking focus now. Sort of... let's just see if it does. I can't remember if it actually does. Let's go instructions. So if we go... Passing directness is there. Does it drop a tiny bit? Yeah, it does. So it does make the passing directness a little bit longer, doesn't it? Instead of it being short at about here, moves slightly up a bit more. So it means we do hit a little bit longer. What does it change to if we go overload? What does that do to the defensive line? It pushes it forward. Wider play. Tempo goes flying through the roof. We go quick tempo. And a little bit, let's go for that for the last 30 seconds. It's not going to do anything. We might as well. Yeah, I don't even think it's going to have time to change the tactic. But Hiwula now, and can't get it over the head of Bidwell. Drops out to Dieng, to Cullen, to back to Dieng. Dieng tries to flick it over, gets it over to Marshall, who can't get enough space to get a cross in. And that goes out. This is possibly going to be the end of the game. Hansen, just enough time to get the throw in, but there's a full-time whistle. The performance was really good. It's just a result. Unlucky boys. It just wasn't our night. We'll go with. Let's see if we can do anything here. I was impressed with how you controlled, and we'll go with that as well. Unlucky. We'll say the same to the defenders. See if that gets rid of any of these yellows. I was impressed with your solid defending. Calm. I appreciate your efforts. No, I don't see it would make any difference. Right, continue to post-match analysis. See, we didn't do too badly. 15 shots and 6 on target. It's pretty decent compared to what they got on 63% possession, which is most importantly the good thing. So 664 passes. So we can't say we've been embarrassed. We can't say we've been outclassed. Pretty even with QPR, apart from they have some... well, they obviously do have a lot better finishers than we have. Really pacey strikers, and a Silla who looked really good in that game. He does have good first touch finishing. His composure is good as well. A lot better than the players that we've got. So, in disappointing collapse, I wouldn't say it was disappointing. It was expected. Post-match, just how damaging was it for your team to concede on the brink of half-time like that? It was. I was hoping we could hang on. Oh, no, we'll go with that. Recent reports have suggested that you were keen, or I would love to make Josh Collins' loan spell permanent, but they're going to want, West Ham are going to want like $2.5 million for him, if not even more, because he's. I don't know if he's yeah, potential to be a Premier Division. They're going to want like 10 million for him. Well, there is. No, I'm not discussing it. Defeat for your side today sends you out of the competition. I'm very disappointed. I'm not too upset. It wasn't on the cards. Matthew Kilgallen doesn't find the back of the net very often, but managed to today. It's an absolute miracle. No, he gets a bit of. There we go. Let's go with that one. Right, so that's it with the press conference there. Don't think there's anything up to update other than that. Let's have a look at the end of 23. So I don't think we mentioned that we've got Carlton Cole on trial at the moment. He got 2 goals so far in the reserves. His finishing's alright. His pace is still pretty good, even at 32 years old. His acceleration's not the best, but it's pretty decent. But I think he's wanting too much money. He probably wants like 3.2. Yeah, 2.6 thousand. won't walk away just yet. I don't know how much room we've actually got. Let's set up a friendly for the under-23s against Bournemouth. Yeah, against Bournemouth. See how he does in that, and then if he does decent in that, we might think about making an offer for Carlton Cole. Give him a 1-year contract. Maybe put him. See if he'll accept a pay-to-play deal, which might be the best idea. I don't know if players will accept that in 2017. Like if we offer him just like £500 as a weekly deal, and then give him like £3 every time he starts or something. Maybe he'll accept that. But anyway, that is it for this episode. Not too bad against QPR. We have Oldham, a home game against Oldham coming up next, and then we're possibly going to skip a few games before we come back for the Bristol Rovers game. We'll definitely be doing this Oldham game. I don't think we're going to do the Checker Trade Trophy Cup games in this series. I think we'll just skip over them and do a quick recap at the beginning of an episode. But that is it this time out. Next time Oldham. Until next time, I will see you later. Subscribe down below. Go on, just subscribe. But until next time, goodbye.